Hi everyone, my name is Anisha Mahmood and my pronouns are she, her and hers. I'm wearing a long sleeve black top and I'm product manager intern at Publicis Sapient in the London office, and I've just finished my second year at the University of Warwick studying economics.
Hi everyone, my name is Aditya. I am a software engineering intern at Publicis Sapient out of the Boston office. Today I'm wearing my white Publicis Sapient shirt from CSR Day, and I'm going to be going into my final year at the Rochester Institute of Technology.
So when I was looking for internship opportunities, I was really keen to work with an organisation that not only undertook really interesting work, but also had opportunities around the world. I'm coming from the London office, DT's in the Boston, and there's so many more globally. And I wanted to intern at a really established company that had a strong reputation to deliver really meaningful and impactful change for major businesses. And that's something that I learned through the research that I did before applying. When I was looking through the website, I was really attracted to some of the projects. I thought they were so interesting, but also really innovative in the way that they were really focused on delivering digital transformational changes. PS is a digital transformation company, and it's an industry that's evolving so quickly, and there's so much potential for growth in the next few years especially. And that's something that I really wanted to be a part of. I'd say another thing as well is that it seemed like a really structured internship program. And it's somewhere I thought I would get a lot of support and guidance and advice, and I definitely wasn't wrong about that. But I think crucially for me, I wanted to be somewhere that I was going to enjoy working and just be really happy and comfortable, but also be able to thrive in. And PS really made a virtue of their values and their culture, and I think that's particularly aligned with my own personal values. And so yeah, that's something that really attracted me to this company.
Yeah, for me, it was a combination of a few things. The first one was just the unique opportunity to actually intern in the consulting industry, especially from the software engineering perspective. We don't really, get this opportunity to work on smaller client projects in industries that we didn't go to school in. For example, like right now, the internship project that I'm working on is in the energy and commodities industry, which I've had no experience with in my college education. So it's really nice to connect that education with, whatever industry or vertical that we're working in. The second thing, like Anisha mentioned, was really the culture at Publicis Sapient. It's very apparent that everyone, top to bottom, adheres to the cultural standards that are set through the company. We have, it's very apparent that everyone, embodies the cultural values every single day in all the work that they're doing. And then really the last big drawing factor for me was the fact that there's so many interns working in one office. And that's such a unique opportunity, specific to Publicis. I'm working in the Boston office where there's 35 interns here from all over, the United States. And it's really cool to see a bunch of people your age, with different educational backgrounds come together, and put their brains together and bang out a really strong project. Yeah, mine was a 3-stage process. The first one was a pretty basic recruiter phone screen. The second one was a more traditional technical interview. And then the third one was a behavioral. I won't give it away, but I will say that don't stress out about it too much, because I was asked a question about interpreting something and I interpreted it the exact opposite of what it was supposed to be. And I'm here, so don't worry about it too much.
For me, I had a 2-stage interview. So I had a first phone interview, and that was only about 15 minutes, and that genuinely just felt like a chat, just getting to know me as a person, what I enjoyed, especially with my studies and stuff. And then my second interview was just a standard behavioral interview one.
It depends on the day, and that's specific to Wednesdays and Fridays. But for all the other days, it typically starts with me on my commute. I take the train in, usually get a Dunkin' cup of coffee beforehand because I'm addicted to Dunkin'. That's my Massachusetts self speaking. And my team, likes to work collaboratively throughout the day. So in the morning, we'll start with, a team huddle, whether that's all 35 interns or just my specific, 8 or 9 person team. And then from there, the engineers might break off. We might, do some of our coding, get some of those deliverables through, and get progress made on those. Usually, my day also includes a 30-minute ping pong break at some point. Me and Wyatt, have great rallies. We've improved a lot in the last 9.5 months. And then, we finish off with a team huddle wrap up. Basically, everyone goes through our day, anything that we want to work on tomorrow, and what went well today. It's always good to recap what other people did. And then for Wednesdays and Fridays, specifically Wednesdays, we do speaker series, which I think is really, really cool about this internship. So it's an hour every single Wednesday, and we get to meet people from all over the company with, a bunch of different titles and all working in different industries. Yesterday, we had the pleasure of, speaking with CEO Nigel Voss. Anisha was able to see him in the office there. And today we have another speaker series, where we're just hearing from people who have graduated through this early careers program and are now working here full. So those opportunities, where we're able to speak with people and learn about their actual experiences at Publicis and the work that Publicis is doing on a global scale is really eye-opening. And then Fridays, my personal favorite day, we have socials at 3:30. So most recently, I won a Publicis Sapient water bottle through Jeopardy. And then, the week before that, we were at the aquarium. So we do a bunch of team bonding, fun activities that really just make working at Publicis Sapient.
So I really came here looking to develop and enhance my soft skills that I felt that I already had, but then also gain some new technical skills too. On the soft skills side, I think it's really easy to think that you already have them, but once they're being put into practice and you're actually coming into the office every day and you're in a work environment, it's completely different. Even with things like timekeeping, that's something I've had to really improve at. And then also communicating in a work environment, I think it's so different to a university kind of project. And then also just making sure that everybody's heard, especially as a product manager, you need to make sure that you work collaboratively. And I think that's something that's really been driven in our training. Working collaboratively, that's been the key word that I hear over and over again. Because it is so important to just make sure that everybody's being heard and everyone's opinions are respected and appreciated. And also the fact that we're working with such a diverse range of people, we get so many different opinions of things and get to hear different perspectives, and it's so beneficial for the end product, which I can't wait to see like at the end of my internship. But even I think I'll be able to carry these like new perspectives forward and apply them into different areas of my studies and even throughout the internship as well. And then also I would say on the technical side of things, I've just finished my training. So I've learned all the theory of being a product manager and what that actually entails with things like agile methodology and the Scrum framework. So that's something I'm really excited to now actually be able to put into practice over the next 5 weeks with my projects whilst I work with my team.
Internship that I've had is, we've been specifically concentrated on the back end part of our application. And actually the front end is dispersed between the Toronto office and the Houston office. And I think that project is really cool because I've never had the personal experience of isolating and working on a specific part of the application, just the backend in this case. And then also having to communicate between two other offices that also communicate within themselves in order to integrate, all these, 3 components of the application. And I think that is so, indicative of where we are headed towards in the engineering lifecycle, where we're working with people all over the world. And to get that experience as an intern, in 10 weeks, and really it was more like 4 weeks with the project time that we had, and to come out of that 4 weeks later and to have a very strong product that we're able to, say we successfully digitally transformed, this solution is really cool.
So I would definitely say the people is probably one of the best things about being here. Like I said before, probably just reiterating my point in the way that not only are the interns amazing and I'm having such fun, especially within I've been having my training for the last 5 weeks now, and my product management team are amazing. They're so fun to be around, and now we're just beginning our projects with our action teams, and so to be with the software engineers, it's like a whole new perspective on things. And you can see that there's so many different personalities, that everyone comes from such different backgrounds. But then I would also say the people that work here, again, are just amazing. They are so open and just really willing to help you, and they will go out of your way, even though you're never made to feel like just an intern. And I've had meetings with people, I've had so many coffees, because no one says no to you. You can reach out to anybody, and literally on any level of the company, any part of the company, even if it's not within the capability that you're in, and they are completely willing to talk to you.
I gotta echo the same thing. It's definitely gotta be the people. I just have so much fun coming into the office every single day, talking to all the interns. I feel like throughout all the socials and training and, now our team projects, I've been in like 3 or 4 different, groups of 7 or 8 people, and there hasn't been too much overlap between them. But, through those, I feel like I've just created actual relationships that I think are going to last a lifetime. And that's so incredible over the course of 10 weeks. Whether people do come back to PS or they move on to do other things, the intern cohort here and the group of people that are here are just so exceptionally talented that, I am so grateful to have met these people, and I'm so grateful to PS to have, introduced them to us.